And they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints.
You just like jump up, grab it with one hand, and then run. This is really and truly what I would do.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 20.
I think you might have to go to the bathroom or something.
Shy of the 30. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Okay, we're gonna go halfback gut.
21.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your linebacker. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sad.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 42 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well,
they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The football going back over to the New Orleans Saints and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl winning contenders? I mean, do you put them in that category?
Oh, I certainly do, and I think people were wondering how they would respond this season after what happened to end last season, the Minneapolis Miracle, where they ended up giving up the touchdown pass in the last play of the game in the playoffs. And when it started losing at home to Tampa Bay, many wondered if their psyche had really been affected, but they've regrouped since then. The defense is really playing well. And then there's always Drew Brees to Mike Thomas. And that is working very well for them.
Well, since you mentioned Michael Thomas and we talked about that win over the Rams, never forget going to get the flip phone, Mr. Michael Thomas. Channeling his inner Joe Horn from back in the day. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and 12. There's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Breeze now. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on fourth down. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Charles, I want you to analyze the Seahawks' playoff chances here as they come out for this next drive. Look, I think it's safe to say they're not going to catch the Rams. They're not going to win the division, but how about their playoff hopes as far as a wild card goes?
But they're going to need some help along the way, I think, from other teams, other divisions, but it's not lost yet. Russell Wilson gives you an opportunity every time you take the field. The offensive line playing way better than expected. They're running the football like the Seahawks of old, led by Chris Carson. And that defense, not a lot of recognizable names, but playing at a pretty decent level, somewhat what we suspected in preseason, that Pete Carroll was excited about having a bunch of no-names, that maybe he could mold again. And I think that's what we're seeing with Seattle. Right now, tracking towards being a 500 team, if they can put together a 3-game winning streak somewhere, they could have a shot at it.
And if you're looking at the end of the season, great news for the Seahawks. 4 of their last 5 games at home. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Just snap the
Alongside
ball,
my broadcast
please.
partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gauton hits
called
the
the play.
Seahawks
I'm
with a
not gonna sit
football to
there and
begin
let you
quarter
call
number
it.
2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Because this already been sounding a long time. I think it's the same person I've been playing. Didn't I just play this guy? I didn't really want to play with it. would have a chance to win.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Breeze.
How
And
do
the
you get
Seahawks
tackled
defense gets to him and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
14.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game
Throw
going
the ball,
forward. In
Jimbo.
that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So that is twice on the opening drive that they've gone for it on 4th down, and they've converted both.
I don't know if they're using analytics, which might tell them, hey, more times you go for it on 4th down, the better your odds, the better your chances of succeeding. But let's face it, most teams are not going to go for it twice on 4th down in the first quarter of the game. I mean, we might not see it 2 more times all season.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And that's complete to the right side, it's Marshall. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, you got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Breeze. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Push the team. Like that, like that.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Now making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Texas notifications.
On 1st down, Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's a record.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Push the team.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, partner, with that incompletion, what do you say that we look around the league and give some defensive players some love? You okay with that?
Let's do it. Let's rattle off a few guys. Von Miller, every year we talk about him. We should do it again. He's, again, one of the top sack leaders in the NFL. One name you don't talk about but should is Danielle Hunter with the Minnesota Vikings, really coming into his own as a pass rusher. Aaron Donald, I think he's worth every nickel the LA Rams have spent. Strong favorites in the NFC West. J.J. Watt is back. And that's not a pun either because he's back from back surgery, okay? He is playing awfully well, still continuing to get to the quarterback, and is also J.J. Swat knocking passes out of the air. But how about a special category? How about teammates and or brothers? Add Bradley Chubb to Von Miller, the rookie out of North Carolina State. Add T.J. Watt with Pittsburgh to J.J. Watt. And maybe it could be a combo trophy for them because all of them are playing awfully well.
I like that. One name we didn't hear, Khalil Mack. Unfortunately, with the ankle injury, he's kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, at the end of the year, we'll look back and realize the impact he made on Chicago. May not win him the overall award, but maybe for Chicago, he would still be their MVP.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I hit a halfback drop in the middle. Because someone think I'm going to pass it because I'm
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
X or trying to be open.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Carr. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring.
This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
That should not have been caught.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
I need
so
Marshall
to catch field position after the big play. Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's hit there, altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't care.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a whole lot in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is
Look at that wide open field.
A great play there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Just that wide open field, though.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Let's go, guys. Watching 2 comments. Nice.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Tyler Lockett now on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one
I should be playing a linebacker, actually.
That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
I think if I'm correct, he's one of these
back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Just confusing me. I actually played him already, I think. I'm not sure.
Right now, Wilson on first down. Now he's forced out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Let's go.
When I see a play like that,
Let's go. I've never done that. I've never hit a quarterback so hard that they fumbled the ball.
Whatever you're going to pick
yes. I got 104 to score. Field goal, touchdown, anything, I'll take it.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him
I
as
cannot
they
believe
stop him
that I
behind
caught
the
that
line.
now on the...
Play action. Breeze.
I know the scouting report on him is that
he's got it at the 15. And a big 32-yard play on third.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Actually, I'm not going to.
Now a timeout taken.
You got
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout
Those
if
plays
they
that they always
hurry.
run in the
We'll see.
NFL for some reason, and this always
Now Breeze
scores.
on third down.
Catch
Thomas
it all
got a man open. It's Thomas this. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints now add...
I got a rage quit. Oh my gosh. How? Guys. I'm telling you this now. Wait, hang on. This is not what I want to go to. What is this? I could put I could Taysom Hill with my QB. He's a halfback, so I'm not gonna put him as a QB. But bro, matchmaking low, play searching. That guy got mad, and I scored 6 seconds left. Oh my gosh. Guys and girls and people. I promise you, I have never done that. Your team captain this season, the best players was in the team. He was the team captain of career captain throughout the season. And wasn't maybe become the supplement team. Loading. This is great. Right, let's check. Thanks, long boy.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
I want to find a team that does like the auto manual getting to the ball on kickoff.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
1 of 1.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Aaron Jordan, though, coming in for the attack for a loss.
Come on, gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
I would not like to trouble.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
I think by now he knows I'm running it because I'm switching everything up to the side of the field.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
To throw is Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle.
Yeah.
It's Carr. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh,
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's second down.
Breeze is going to go block when he hands it off to Ingram.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of
pass interference, though.
Now the throw on third
Where's the
down,
pass?
knocked away and incomplete.
Started to look like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete.
My punter
A
can't
huge
throw.
gamble, and it does not
really
pay
was
off.
that.
They fake the
But my
punt,
punter
it
cannot
doesn't
throw.
work out.
Why?
It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're
Why
either the
can't you
hero
throw,
or the
punter?
goat. Here they're going to be
That
the
happened
goat.
last game, too.
Unfortunate,
He
too,
had
because you know
wide
they thought
open.
they had something
And it
there.
was
They don't call it
fourth
just a
and
call.
one.
They don't just say,
And
oh,
when
what
I
the heck, let's
did,
go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something
I
on. They got the
promise
defense in the right spot.
he had
Just
it in his
unsuccessful in that
grasp,
opportunity.
and then
A
he
good
started to look
pickup
up
there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
My hopes and dreams.
Seeing that play and understanding
winning
just
the
how
game.
tough it is to cover tight ends,
That
especially
wasn't
the ones
last game,
running around the
it was
NFL
game 4. Hopes and
nowadays.
dreams of winning the game.
Makes me glad I didn't
were
make
just
it in
gone.
that league. I would
It
have
made
a
me
really
really
difficult
really
time.
sad.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up
I
a
wonder
nice
who
second down for them.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
I don't know why.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A good run by Jordan
a lie.
Howard, and now another 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard, and he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
I miss
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Just because I feel like if I did make him run with the QB, he would get demolished by fumble.
This is Howard on second down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So I'm going to go break, and then I'm going to pull you right here.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Zone blitz 3 deep. I'm going to go linebacker zone blitz just because he's going to think that I'm in a zone and he's going to try to run it. But then I'm going to be blitzing, so he's going to get blitzed at the same time. So I feel like if I'm correct, he'll get tackled a yard behind the line. If anybody understands what I'm saying, please like and subscribe.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Come back and win
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get
Actually,
3.
I got it because
and I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
What in the world? I need like 20 yards now to make up for the yards that I've lost.
They'll run it now out of the
Don't
gun.
need much.
And
Oh!
forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Breeze. And pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I mean, I'm just having fun, guys.
They'll try and throw for it here. And that's complete. It's Watson. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
That was 4th and a mile. Almost 4th, and why are you doing this? I mean, they got it done, though. Went up and got it. What a big-time pickup.
I was just going to say that. It's a receiver. You got to have that go-get-it attitude. He had it there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall.
I should have let him go.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
That's a good play for Camaro.
I'm sorry, but it's almost unfair. I mean, Brandon Marshall can make so many plays, but even when you think he's covered,
he's not.
No, he's really not. He uncovers and makes a play on you and picks up good yardage in doing so.
Now, meanwhile,
I'm giving him so many
pass
chances
that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Did he call timeout?
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout.
Let me see if I can hit
That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Maybe try to hit square.
Breeze now.
Hit X.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
I know. But we're on the other side of the field.
Again, the offense will stay out there.
Really and
They've
truly,
converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
They
converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Wide open. I know it will be. Not when he cuts it.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And Marshall's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I knew he
would. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
I'm at 50%
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. The decision to go for it on 4th has worked out twice on this drive already. Here we go again on 4th down. Breeze going to throw.
Oh, finally. Finally, bro.
These guys are going to get
I was waiting
at
for
the
you to pick me.
23-yard line. Well, you know, we've got a pretty big sample size now from the NFL season, Charles. I want to ask you, going back to the draft, who was the biggest steal in 2018?
Well, the biggest steal is Philip Lindsay.
Oh, guy that wasn't even drafted?
Wasn't even drafted, but how about what the Denver personnel department did, identifying him ahead of time, potentially not being drafted and ready to pounce when the call didn't come for him. And what a job he's done for them, running it, catching it, open field guy, in traffic, he's done it all. I think Saquon Barkley from the Giants has been everything as advertised. Calvin Ridley with Atlanta has been spectacular. Quentin Nelson Offensive guard with the Colts. He was Rookie of the Month, wasn't he?
Yeah, back in October. How about that?
Yeah, how about that for an offensive lineman? We've had 4 quarterbacks start games: Mayfield, Donald, Allen, and Rosen.
And Quentin Nelson, one final note on that. He was the first offensive lineman ever given that award, so hats off to him.
Definitely.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Why is this?
And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I didn't call timeout.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Hits his target, it's
Oh, I
Taylor
wish I had
Gabriel.
fumbled. I wish
And
I had
brought
fumbled.
down, but not
I
before
very
they're
much
inside the
wish I had
25.
I'm gonna call Ed
17 more yards on that one as they
And
keep the drive rolling. On first down, Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Because I think he's screaming at me.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Oh my gosh, snap the football.
Now Trubisky on first down, being chased down. Now Trubisky lost the football.
Oh my
God! Score! Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, a 10-yard touchdown run. And
That's
the
funny.
Bears will add on to their
That's
lead.
funny. I knew he was going to fumble it right when he ran it. But I didn't think he was going to fumble it right there and it get put into the other guy's hands. I think he was about to be mad too.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
But oh my goodness gracious. Marshall.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you said it.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there just before halftime.
Right at the 5
48 yards.
Because if I can, he's touching the down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Let's go.
Traquan Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
I'm going to do it outside. Where are the funsies?
Or they're down only 1 score. Still first half.
It's first half.
Line up for the onside kick.
Oh my gosh, he's going to be one of these people. He's going to be that one person
that's
going to do this. He's going to do this just so he can get the field goal.
Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'm going to do this just so he can get the field goal. Oh my gosh, please pick him. Please pick him. I would laugh so hard if these guys picked him.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Adrian Amos with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out.
I want his quarterback to run that same play.
No, but I've heard stories about
but
teams
I want
actually
him to
doing
run it
that
from
back
where
in the
he
good old
is,
days.
so I know he cannot score. Because when I hit him, he is gonna die, and he's
Here's
probably
2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Rage quit sign.
They pitch out to Howard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right, and that is incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
All I have to do is score.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Looking for his big receiver, Marshall. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's able to get it back here.
You know what, guys? I'm done. No, wait, actually, wait, let me concede. Can I do a friendly quit? Because I think you did good. Your opponent rejected your offer. Oh my gosh. This is just the saddest thing ever. Guys, I think if you guys want to see another stream, I'm going to go hop on Call of Duty. I'm going to do a stream real quick for that. And hope you guys enjoyed this Madden episode. Because I think I'm going to stream with, I got like an hour left for me to stream and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye, guys. I'll see you here in just a second.